Alright, we return. More coffee consumed. The evening, having settled in. And we've just unlocked Federations. Oh, there's a lot going on here. We've got the Pirate Patrol going. Why does Pirate Patrol sound so stupid to me? And, well, we want... The Choya are taking so long to build this. Like, what are they doing? Are they leaving? The Choya are definitely being very dumb. I don't know why they're being so dumb. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, they ended their rivalry. Dude, the Jotun are doing this so well. This is exactly how I want the Jotun to play as well. They're just being diplomats. They're not fighting. You know, they're this great, beautiful civilization. Learned, philosophical. And in fact, there's a whole side of this that I haven't shown you guys yet. How would I do that? I want to show you. Let's speak to the Jotun. Where can I see their government type? Because there's all kinds of information about who they are and what they do. That, like, where can I see their civics and stuff? Like, they all have cool, like, appropriate civics and certain benefits and stuff. You remember, like, how ours, you know, we were, like, a symbol of hope and stuff. They all have, like, appropriate stuff. I guess I can't see their civics. I didn't know that about the game, to be honest with you. They like me plus 90. That's good. And the trust is still there. Shall we form a non-aggression pact with them now? I think we should. So, form a non-aggression pact with this empire and we will be unable to attack each other while it's in effect. So, you want to secure peaceful relations with the giants, philosopher, polity. 4, form a non-aggression pact. We will be unable to attack each other. It costs us influence to do this. Barely any, because of all the perks and things that we've been collecting as we've gone along. So we really don't have to worry too much. But yes, I would like to do this. If we tried to do it earlier before, or if we hadn't gone the right Ascension route and stuff, or we weren't xenophilic, this would have been much trickier. So this is really good, and they're very, very open to it as well. And hopefully they say yes to that. And this doesn't mean I'll defend them or anything, but it does mean that I won't attack them, and they won't attack me. And I think we should be pretty good with that. And then, when they are at peace, we can invite them to a federation as well, as long as this all goes well. I'm very worried that it says that they're inferior, pathetic, inferior. I'm worried that the brand is winning. So, we may have to do something about that. I mean, we can see that they are just sort of waiting on their borders. The brand are playing quite defensive, I guess. They don't like to leave their zone. It's quite fitting, I think. But, we'll see what we got with them. So, that was one thing. The other thing was getting this land grab going. So, I'll tell you to build over at Farragon, and we're kind of out of influence. We can't go too much further than that. And let's hit play and see what we've got. There you go. Completed. We cannot see what either of us stand to win in a war. We agree to enter into a pact of non-aggression. Excellent. So we were learning about this at the Molten World, weren't we? The disturbances of the science ship censored in orbit is nothing compared to the complications encountered down on the surface of Corgus 1. Extreme magnetic fluctuations from some unknown source is making equipment go haywire. It will be quite an ordeal to research this electromagnetic bedlam, but given enough time, answers will emerge. Keep digging. So that's one thing. Now, another thing I wanted to do with the Jotun is this. They know someone that we don't know. And I'm assuming it's on their northern border. So I want to find out who that is. So here's what I want to do. They like us. We can offer a trade deal. They may not have done this before. Information. I want to know who they are in contact with. I want your communications. Now, they say no. There's absolutely no chance right now. Basically, this number, we have to get into the positive. And then the percent chance is how likely they are to actually say yes. So this is like... I don't know why this is numbers, really. This is kind of like an on-off thing. It's numbers because it's showing you how close you are to being able to propose a deal. But yeah, so they like us a lot. So as long as we can get this through, they'll probably say yes. So what do they want? They probably want a little something. Now, since I am hoping to be a big friend of theirs, I'm thinking we can help them out. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to give them energy. So I can click 1 and give them individual credits. If I hold control, I can give them 10 at a time. If I hold control and shift, I can give them 100 at a time. The thing is, we don't have many energy credits. So let's do minerals. So I am going to give them, just straight up, they don't even need this many. I am going to give you 5,000 minerals. Maybe I should give them energy. Maybe they'll know how to deal with energy. And I'm going to give you food as well. I want you guys to win your war, all right? So I'm going to give you food. And this isn't for any other reason. This isn't like the AI is going to respect or enjoy this much. This is literally because this will give them resources that the AI will then use, and it will actually help them. I mean, food doesn't directly help, and minerals don't directly help, but they can sell them on their internal markets if they want. They can get money, and they can do what they're doing. If they are crashing, then I want to help them. And importantly, I want to give them alloys as well so they can build their ships up and actually get something back. Okay, so I'm going to give them 2,000 alloys. I'm feeling pretty generous. I've got so many resources we've built up over the most recent days. It's fine. So we'll do this, and at the same time, they'll probably give us a lot of other stuff. So give me an active sensor link for 30 years. Give it to me. And they also have volatile motes. A special resource, a strategic resource. Oh, no, they don't. They don't. I think I have those, so they won't trade that. So I just want whatever they can give me, okay? Which is that, and I'm going to hit confirm. It's the trade of a life, and there it is. So they have told me who they know. Oh, my God, what? We've encountered someone in Seoul? No, we haven't. We haven't encountered anyone in Seoul. So who is this? Interesting. We are receiving a transmission from the Glint Starholds. They appear to have successfully translated our language, and diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities between us have ceased. Well, there weren't any, so that's fine. This is just like the generic message. And we now know who's on their side. And it's the Exalted. I represent the Glint Starholds. Our elected leader, Commissary General Sage Kenjo, hopes for peaceful relations with your people, but I know that we are more than capable. We're more than capable of defending our way of life. So who are these guys? They're egalitarian like us. They're militarist. We're delighted to meet you, Exalted. So I never would have met these guys if it hadn't have been for the Coden. No, I keep saying Coden if it wasn't for the Jotun. Sorry, Coden. Because it's mountain people. That's just the mistake I'm making here. So look, these guys are happy. High King Vraxis is still alive, by the way. And the reason he's still alive, even though most leaders from the start of the game are probably dying now, is a bit of old age, is because these guys, their species, well, I'll actually show you. Check it out. If I go species. Oh, we don't have any Jotun in the Empire anymore. They've left. We still have some Tengu. We colonized that planet and we still have some Tengu. Oh, you know what? It's probably because the Jotun that are coming to live here haven't got anywhere very pleasant to live. It's all right. They can go hang out on the Eyrie now with these guys. Well, no, it's not the Eyrie. They're from the Eyrie. Their homeworld is from the Eyrie. The Tengu research place. Maybe we can get some Jotun there, and then maybe we can move them along as well. We just haven't got any worlds at the moment that we've put infrastructure on that the Jotun would like to live on. Anyway, they have a trait that means that they're very long-lived, like super long-lived. So anyway, they agreed to that. And I can now see their fleets. I can see what they're doing. And I can know that, yeah, they're not doing very well. They're lucky that Kralkatorrik won't come out of them. They are lucky. They're lucky that he's defensively minded as an Elder Dragon. I'm lucky for that as well. Kralkatorrik could have just snowballed me over earlier. So if I grab this, we have finally filled in our area of the galaxy. We won't be able to expand anymore without war, but what I think I'll do is I'll just try to make as many allies as possible. See, once I hit the Choya, since the Choya is kind of okay with me, I haven't done much with them, but since they're kind of okay with me, I'll be able to send my fleets through here. And maybe even up to these guys. Now, these guys closed their borders to me. Also, where's their capital? So here you go. Their capital is Glint's Heart. And their homeworld is Kesho. And they have various outposts around. Thornwatch. Exalted's Creation. These kinds of places that we know the Exalted are from. So anyway, they are from a desert world, as you can see. And in fact, they're kind of cool. If we have a look here, they... Glint Starholds, they are the Dragon Defense Forces. This Exalted Empire is exceptionally militaristic. They are in hell-bent pursuit of any Elder Dragon swarm they come across, and while supposedly offering sanctuary and safety to those in need, will also attack any empire that the Exalted feel prevents them from attaining their ultimate ambition and stands in their way. So we have to be careful about these guys, but they will be pretty responsive to us. Now, what's cool is, well, I don't know if it is cool. They seem, I know their fleets are just as strong as ours, but technologically and economically, they're doing very poorly. We've had a really good start, really. The brand is still stronger than us. Their fleets are stronger, their economy is equivalent, and their technology is equivalent. But if I'm about as strong as the brand, then that means I'm doing very well. The thing is, other dragons might have been moving. They won't have just stuck about where they started, and they could have devoured like huge chunks of the galaxy by now. It's kind of scary. Well, but here's my plan. My plan is, these guys don't really like me very much because we've only just met each other, but in general, we should be okay later. I will give you some free stuff if you enjoy it, if you want it. I'll give you some food, all right? I'm just coming, literally offering you food. No, not that much food. I'll give you 10 food a month for the next 30 years, okay? Will you give me your communications and your active... Okay, they don't want to give me my sense. But you tell me who you know. And as you can see here, they know a lot of people. They've got all kinds of stuff. So I think we're going to find out what's really going on out there in any minute now. And yeah, here you go. Look at this. So it's at the encounter again. Look at this. 2 more empires we've just found. The Prophets of the Aratus and the Sea of Sorrows. Well, I'm detecting a theme there. Incoming transmission. Keymaster Syax and the rest of the religious council demands your attention, heathen creatures. We provide spiritual guidance to the prophets of the Aratus, and our intention is to lead this great nation on a path to salvation. Do not defile this path with your presence, alien. So, the prophets of the Aratus, vicious enslavers. Crate rival even the most despicable Xeno for their viciousness and cruel ingenuity. These obelisk worshipping serpents are sly and xenophobic, attacking and enslaving most other species on sight. So they're a holy tribunal. This government is a spiritualistic form of oligarchy, where a divinely guarded council is made up of clergy that controls the state. No division exists between the state and the dominant organized religion. They're authoritarian, they like slaving, they're xenophobic, they don't like interacting with other people, they're spiritualists, they have their beliefs about their obelisks and their whatever. We pursue true equality, do not stand in our way. So that's them. And the Sea of Sorrows. A ravenous hive, a devouring swarm, another one of the elder dragons. We sense the presence of prey. Prey, know that we are your hunters. The biomass of the human species will fuel the growth of the Sea of Sorrows. Struggle if you must. It will not change the outcome. We're delighted to meet you, Drenched. So, where are they? How big are they? Oh my god. Okay, so the Crate are pathetic and have apparently been getting destroyed. In fact, it looks like right where they started, they began boxed in and did nothing. So they're stuck there. These are the unending depths. Now, these guys could be a real problem for us. If only because, look at the cities. They like oceans, and we live on a lot of oceans. So they would have reason to go to war. They've encouraged their growth. They're assisting their research. There's a criminal underworld there. There's a crime lord deal. Leader Nimros.
Construction completed.
Oh, God, we're moving forward. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to do much here. I never understand how it is that creatures such as you came to be beasts, let alone made it into space. I love their icon. I think that's so cool. Now, they know a ton more unidentified empires. So we can figure out, like, the Northern Sprawl as long as they're willing to talk to us. And we can bribe them with whatever we want. Now, these guys really don't like us. They're xenophobic. They think we're egalitarian. They're nervous about a new contact. Our policy of non-interference with others offends them. But they look weak anyway, to be honest. I don't know. They haven't done much. So they got the slave pens here. They got all kinds of like different locations you might be familiar with if you know anything about the Crate. So, what about this here? Why is this looking in red to me? Ah, now this is pretty cool. Okay, something has happened here where an unidentified empire with its deformed creatures has occupied one of the deep sea dragons' outposts, planets. It's at war with something. And also, like the brand, it doesn't look that big. It looks like it got to expand a bit, but it looks like it's struggling. I wonder if a lot of them are near each other. That's all stuff so far away from us, we really don't have to worry right now. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see how much they're growing. But here's the Endless Maelstrom. This is where the Deep Sea Dragon itself is located. It's where the Drowned are. And we haven't scanned the place, so we don't really know what's going on. But I can promise you, there's so many ocean worlds. This has been full of ocean worlds. I can promise you that these guys are pretty scary. Before I did this series, I did do a few play tests and like watched how various empires would do. These guys usually do okay. Usually. There's actually a non-Elder Dragon empire that usually does really well. I won't spoil it who that is. So yeah, and down here is still a mystery because none of these guys have ever communicated with anyone down here. It's like there's just like this block of... I can't believe there's just 2 systems that connect this whole area of the ring, and both are defended by abominations. All right, so that's a little bit of diplomacy I wanted to do. I wanted to get a grip on who's around because ultimately we are going to want to form some alliances. And when we make this federation, we want to make it good. I want to offer you guys... I don't want to be your vassal. I don't need to. I'm starting to feel confident. I can't guarantee their independence right now either. I'm too far away. First time I ever played Stellaris, by the way, ever, was I guaranteed someone's independence. The first people I met, I guaranteed their independence, and they went to war with a really, really dangerous empire, okay? Which I'm not actually playing with here. There's a concept called Fallen Empires, which we can deal with maybe later. But I guaranteed independence for some people, my neighbors, and my neighbors went to war with the worst thing possible. Thus, I went to war with the worst thing possible, and I lost in about 10 to 20 years. Seriously, the first people I met, I did that, and yeah, that was many years ago. That was a long time ago. Anyway, let's get another trade deal going. Something more tangible here. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna give people stuff. Just take it and start being happy. They're unfriendly. They view us with suspicion and mistrust. Well, we will see how that goes. I don't think that will continue on because over time, this new contact fear will go away and they'll realize what I'm all about. And then, so maybe we can have some kind of cool, like, triumvirate alliance here. Once they see that I destroyed the brand, they should be pretty happy. If I can. Anyway, wow, all these trade deals. Oh, these are the trade deals I offered. After much deliberation, we accept. Yeah, that's fine. We accept your gifts, but do not... Oh, what did they say? We accept your gifts, but do not presume that this settles the matters between us. Oh my god, again. Okay, wow. I don't know how this happened, but all right. We are receiving a transmission from the Whispers in the Ice. We sense the presence of prey. You guys get the picture. This is another one. Right-click to go to the far north. The Ice Brood. So this is Jormak. Oh dear. Oh no! Oh, this is who we were studying from home! Oh no, okay. Alright, that makes sense. Ah. Okay, oh no, really? I thought that would be someone nice. I was looking at that with such optimism. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you guys got defeated by these. Suddenly, I don't want to fight the Dimensional Horror, because if I fight the Dimensional Horror, it's going to open up a bloodbath here. I mean, if they declare war on me or whatever they want, then fine, but that's really, really bad idea for them. Because they're not going to get through. For now. Eventually, these empires will get strong enough to break through these, and there's going to be a real problem. But this is like my line of defense here. Okay, the idea is we'll clean up the brand, then we'll deal with this. That's a complete coincidence. The fact we just learned about this has nothing to do with any of this up here. Nothing to do with any of it. But okay, so the far north. And it's another devouring swarm. Just so that you guys know as well, I guess I can't see this in game for you all, but these are the corrupted. You can see that they are being led by a corrupted Grawl right now. That's their leader, a corrupted Grawl. They have 71 pops on this planet alone. Each type of Elder Dragon is a different kind of hive mind, just so that you guys know. Some of them have better armies, some of them have better, Unity, some of them research better, based on what you would imagine to be appropriate, okay? So, for example, there are undead out there somewhere. There is an abominable territory filled with zombies ambling around in this galaxy. Clearly nowhere near us. I don't know where. They'll be out here somewhere. And they, particularly, have very, 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 very strong minions, because the zombies, they just keep throwing at you. There's just thralls, right? Remember, I think I told you guys this. There are 31 empires. So we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the 31. There's a lot going on out there. And as I progress through these next couple of episodes, we'll start figuring that out. I don't know whether I'll be able to talk to... I can't... Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, this is like another quadrant entirely. Look, these guys have closed their borders to us and all of those empires. And the worst thing is, as a devouring swarm, the whispers in their eyes, we hunger, soon we will feed. I have no way of actually, like, finding out who they've talked to. I just can't do it. Maybe people on the other side will be able to, similar to how these guys did. And maybe we will start to get that information now. And that might even happen all the way up here as well. By the way, all the art is actual art. This is some very rare concept art of the deep sea dragon. And the idea of them being called the Drenched, you know, you've got the Risen, you've got the Branded, and so on. I called these guys the Drenched. I named them the Drenched. I don't know whether that's actually smart, but there you have it. I like the name. I like the idea of them being called the Drenched. Right. Let's get to work on stealing land from the innocent little Choya over here, who I suddenly feel very warm to and protective of. We can do this, guys. 300 years. We're only 50 in. And we start to discover the nature of the galaxy we're living in. And I've spent so much time on the freaking map here today. So you go. The patrol just continues along. This is going well. Oh, no. Don't be rivals. Don't be rivals. I want you guys to be friends. The Choya might be a bit too primitive to actually, you know, be something we can deal with in a positive way. Let me put it that way. All right, the 7-star bases. Now, what was this station? We built this for a reason. Oh, this was this station just to collect some trade. So, and it's done that. This is kind of a terrible place for a station, to be honest with you guys. Like, this is one of the safest places in the galaxy, to be honest with you. Right here, this is like a cozy little corner. There's no hyperlanes near here. I mean, there is a dragon fairly near, but you're deep in Earth's territory. You're protected from mindless hives. This hive doesn't even want to move or do anything for now. Some people are leveling up. So, what do I want to do with this? I don't know. I mean, trade hubs won't matter. There's nothing to trade with. Ah, here we go. We can make it an anchorage. This is good. So fleet anchorages are necessary to support the growth of our navy. Let's do 2 anchorages here. Let's upgrade the Starhold as well. And then if we're going to do that, then what we can also build... Oh, I guess I don't have one yet. Later, there's a building that makes your anchorages even better, I think. I'll go with a crew quarters for now. Actually, let's go with a resource silo. Our resources are starting to get high enough that maybe that will be necessary. So, an anchorage, okay. What it will do is increase our naval capacity, which is really good because we've been over it for a while, and I want to start spending my alloys, my 4,000 alloys on more stuff. In fact, should I give another gift to the Coden of alloys? I keep saying Coden. I'm so sorry. Jotun. Why do I keep saying Coden? Let's do it. I'm gonna give them a lot of stuff. Here's 2,000 alloys. Spend them well. You're reviewing my proposal. Of course you're going to accept that shit. There you go. Accept the gift with gratitude and use it. Use it. Build things. It's probably money that they need more than anything else. Let me give them some money as well. Let me give them some money just so that they're actually okay. There you go. Fleet is equivalent. Economy is equivalent. Technology is still inferior, but I'm helping them with that with our other thing. Here, take some energy. You can see why this is pretty cool as well, by the way, when you play multiplayer. And friends can literally gift each other stuff. It's really meaningful. Okay, good. Can't do anything there.
System survey concluded.
Okay, they're good. They're happy.
Research concluded.
Research stations. Containment force fields are excellent for isolating and holding various substances or specimens. Here it is. We finally got it. Oh, this is going to completely change the game again. Wormhole travel. There's antimatter reactors. We're getting up there now. We still don't even have basic computers. This is going to cost 8,000. Think about where we started, where it was like 80. 8,000, guys. Wormhole travel. A naturally occurring subspace wormhole is a fickle thing, and its fluctuating energy levels typically make it impossible to travel safely between its linked apertures. There are ways to temporarily stabilize this matrix, however. Let's do that. 51 months. We do this, and all the wormholes we can stabilize and explore. Not this one. It's been defended by a dragon. And when I say all the wormholes, I mean 1, 2, 3. We have no idea where they'll go. This could be a mistake, because if there's a wormhole in their territory, we will open up a back door. But it might also allow us to get up here and claim some space for Earth that hasn't been grabbed yet. As you can see, like with the Choya here, they are working on it. They will take all of this terrain that they have access to. Look at these as well. All these systems. How do you get to those? Interesting. And there's one here as well. Disconnected systems. Completely disconnected. Right. This science ship. You were going to do some archaeology, weren't you? No, there's some archaeology happening over there. We've already cleaned that one up. I guess you might be out of a job. There's not much for you to do. Well, no, actually, hold on. Well, let's send her right up through Choya space. The Choya are letting us in. Now, why do the Choya like me enough to do that? Because of mutual rivals. I mean, they're kind of nice. Ramble, ramble, mamble. I mean, I kind of like them. I haven't really helped them out much. Maybe I'll be nice to their face while trying to take their territory elsewhere. I just don't like the idea that they're going to fight the Jotun. And then I have to kind of choose between them, you know. Let's go with a trade deal. I'll give you information on what I'm doing. Go on, you can just have that. And maybe they'll start to like me a little bit more. Maybe they'll trust me a bit with that. Okay. They accept the gift with gratitude. I'm sure you do. Right. You build this here. Oh, no. See, the influence is a problem. It's okay because they're being so slow about everything, and they actually abandoned their attempt. Maybe they've got influence issues. Maybe they've got their own politics that are pulling them apart. Really, I think we just want to get going with this now. I just feel like, look at all these currencies and things that I've got, and maybe I should be doing more with them. So this tech world... is in an interesting place. I guess I will build... See, the whole resource silo, you can build a resource silo on a planet as well. Let's create a monument for them. And let's create another couple of generator districts. Nova Earth. Can have this added again. And we could even do things up with artifacts if we really wanted. I won't worry about that for now. They don't really have any problems, but I will... Well, there you go. The trade deal ended there. I will do that. At all you can eat, we're starting to have real problems with specialist employment being lacking. Maybe it's because people are leaving. People of certain things are leaving. I mean, look at this. 140 food they're giving us. A lot of it we're trading away. But that's okay. Let me finally give you guys, I guess, a city, since we are running out of housing. Oh, no. We'll just go more... Let's just finish the agriculture district stuff. We're going full agriculture. There's no cities on this whole place. And by the way, a city doesn't mean like a city. It means like a futuristic mega city. Right, so we can do that. They still have plenty of amenities. That doesn't really seem to be a problem for my empire here, so that's nice. Let's head over to this place, which can have another building. And where's this? This is the Brand's Resistance. They have lots of mines here. There are certain mine-style buildings that I could build.
A new world has been colonized.
Once we've researched them. So this is the study place with the Tengu. And hopefully people will emigrate over here and deal with things here. Can get rid of the wildlife on that straight away, so that's good. Back over to Broken Gods. Maybe we can clear some of this stuff as well away here. The central spire, this towering structure, appears to have served as the administrative center
world has been colonized
of the planet. Its central location and mostly intact interior provides an unmatched opportunity to research the ruins of this world. Look at all that research. That's crazy. 2,000 energy to open it up, though. This massive crevasse. The region is divided by a vast crevasse that cuts through what was once a dense urban zone. The ground here is extremely unstable, with frequent earthquakes and landslides. Unblocks the industrial sector. Crystal mines, gas extraction wells, moat harvesting taps. That's a lot of stuff for special resources. So let's just leave that there for now. Let everybody build those up. I hope I'm dealing with these planets well enough, but I might have to take a little bit more caution. We'll see. Now, here's an Arctic world. Do we have any Jotun that might want to come live here? These guys like tundras. These guys like alpines. But this is Arctic. It's different. The Jotun, basically, these guys won't want to live here. They're not actually... There's 3 kinds of icy planets. And these are the 2 of them. And this is the 3rd. So this doesn't actually work out. I mean, we could put them here. I'd like a Jotun colony. So let's do it. It's low habitability. So they will struggle a little bit. But I think they'll get by. Now, as for these we've got no one that would remotely be able to live here. If we got the Choya on our side, we might be okay with this arid world, this moon. This one is even worse, though. This is a tomb world. Now, what's a tomb world, you might wonder? It is currently experiencing a nuclear winter with dense layers of sooty aerosols in the atmosphere, high levels of surface radiation, minimal signs of life. A tomb world is like the opposite of a Gaia world. No one can live there. Really, there are some people that can. And the new update will actually have a fun thing where you can create an empire that began on a tomb world. We'll talk about that when that update comes out, if you guys want to watch that. But yeah, as you can see here, radioactive wasteland.
Completed.
Few organisms can survive in this desolate, irradiated wasteland. We could try and clear them away if we got the technology and we actually went there. But why would we? The idea here is some primitive civilization killed themselves. And, you know, again, this is a weird file because Galaxy Creation, I actually set up that there should be loads of primitives that we find, but we just haven't got lucky. There's been barely any of them around. And what's funny is when you find a primitive civilization, you can watch them do things. And depending on your interference, you can abduct them or you can, you know, influence them. You can do all kinds of stuff. But if you just watch them, some of them will hit like the space age or the industrial age or whatever. They'll hit an equivalent of where we are in real life Earth right now. And they'll nuke themselves. They'll blow themselves up. They'll destroy themselves. That can happen. And even funnier, you can find Earth doing that and they'll destroy themselves. You can find that. There's an achievement in the game to find Earth when you're playing as reptilian aliens, and the Earthlings are in the middle of World War II. Seriously, and when you look at Earth, you can see the armies on the surface are World War II. And if you invade them as reptiles or as lizards, I think it is, during World War II, you get an achievement because there's some reference to some sci-fi novel or something. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? But, you know, we're not seeing much of that because we just haven't seen the primitives around. So anyway, that's a tomb world. And we'll never know the story of what happened there. Okay, someone closed their borders. What? Oh, they don't like it because they know what I'm all about. Come on, guys. Oh, we do not have mutual rivals anymore. That's why. They're no longer scared of the brand. You should be. I mean, Christ, you should be. My biomass will sustain you. That is my inevitable end. They have claimed a few of our lives. They have managed to. That's fine. I'm not too concerned. That's annoying about the Choya, though. Well, look, you can't stop it. They can't stop it. I am going to claim this territory. And they can just sit there and watch, pretty much. I'm low on influence. Completed. Maybe what we can do to speed this up, because this will be tricky, is we can stop guaranteeing the independence of the Jotun, or we can stop suppressing some of our other factions. Especially considering, like I said, I think this feature is broken in the game right now until next week. Stop suppressing. And we get some of our stuff back. Stop suppressing. You guys are all still super happy with me, right? Oh, no. They want a multicultural society. Host at least 4 unique species. Well, I'm trying. Join a federation. Yeah, I'm trying that as well. Oh, are these guys at peace now, maybe? Let's see. Are the Jotun now at peace? The Jotun Tengu at peace. No, they're not. Who are they at war with still? The Brand. So they are exhausted by their war with the Brand. The Brand is slightly not. It's called the Great Gorging War, by the way. Jesus. So when that ends in a moment, I'll federate and I'll declare war. I hope they... I mean, a federation can go both ways. They might drag me into a war with a Choya that I don't want to be in. Or they might disagree when I say, let's kill the Brand. Yeah, they've decided that I'm a rival. They said, let us end this charade. Fine. You want to go down? Let's go down. I liked you a minute ago, but now you've decided to do that. So by declaring them a rival, I get influence out of them, which is excellent. Right, this construction ship is in our territory. He's not doing anything. Let's move over to Korovaron, I guess. We can do that. We've got some more generator districts coming out here, maybe. Do the curators want to talk to me about how close I am?
Construction completed.
So there you go. Look, these guys like me 150 now. They like me loads. It's good to see you. I'm sure we can come to some sort of mutually beneficial agreements. Tell us the mysteries of the universe. Tell me again about the Tiyanki Matriarch. So for 1,000, I can say how to defeat it. And I will get my my empire will get this modifier. Matricidal Insight, giving the following effects. Damage to the Tiyanki Matriarch plus 25%. I can get that. The people of the Whispers in the Ice, Jormag's armies, the Ice Brood, cannot get that because they don't know where the Enclave is. It's in my space, not theirs. So I will pay them for that. While her armored hide protects her from a wide range of projectiles, she carries with her a remarkable weakness. There's a massive proton torpedo lodged in her back, a wound from a recent battle that's healed poorly. While seemingly defective, our scans of the torpedo suggest it can still be detonated if agitated with a specific energy pulse. We'll transmit the details to you now. So we got that modifier. I did say at the end of the last episode I was going to talk to you guys about this top panel. It's pretty basic. You've got a general overview of what the Empire is like. So, who's leading us? Prisha is leading us. You get her traits and how she's affected us. She's an explorer. She is a scientist after all. So, we get cheaper science ships and we research anomalies empire-wide. We've got our ethics, egalitarianism, xenophilia, and these can change as the game goes along. We've got our civics that we started with. This is what I want to be able to see from the other empires in the area, but whatever. Our authority, we are democratic. That can change as well, by the way. And you can even get an overview. Our cohesion. So empire cohesion is a measure of the overall cohesiveness of the territory controlled by our empire. It is increased for each owned system and upgraded starbase, and reduced by having a large number of external hyperlane connections and having isolated systems that we do not own inside our borders. So basically, this is a really annoying mechanic, I think, which is like an arbitrary, abstract thing layered over the game that stops you just dotting random systems everywhere and doing big snake-like long winding empires. The reason I don't like that mechanic is if you have got an empire like that, it is vulnerable and should be vulnerable just through the mechanics of the actual game, like the actual logistics of defending and getting locked away because people close their borders and stuff. It's fine. The game should be able to solve that issue with its own with the actual simulated, you know, gameplay that it's doing, not like add this abstract thing over the top. But basically, yeah, it's to try and get you to actually like collect stuff near you instead of doing these really weird shapes and creating what they call border gore, right? Where you get all these, like basically what the Choya is doing. Imagine that, but everywhere, right? So anyway, edict run out. I can't really afford any others. I'm not going to do any of those other ones just yet. Let me go back to, we got so many edicts from special resources, strategic resources that we should probably look at soon. Anyway, so that's this page, and you can choose to reform the government if you'd like. And you know how when we started, we had 2 civics? Later, we can actually get technology to get other ones, and there's tons. Or you can change civics. It costs you a ton of influence, though. And you can even change your authority if certain circumstances are met. We're not going to worry about that. There's a demographics tab, which tells us who's living with us. Mostly we're humans, but we do have some Tengu, right? That's basically just the species panel that you can see there. And it tells us as well, like, what affects our populations, how happy they are, how fast they're growing, stuff like that. And then over here, the voice that's been playing. you can change if you like. I'm listening to the diplomat because that's the default one for the humans. So the whole thing where it's like, the space station is under attack and all that kind of stuff, that voice. And believe it or not, there's a billion different voice cues in the game for science stations getting attacked and construction ships getting attacked and outposts and stuff. But because they killed most of the early game combat, you don't hear it much. And try as I might, I built a big whole thing to try and deal with that issue for this series here with you all. And then we had the weird start. Okay, let's see. I'm going to stop whining about that any moment now. 20 more influence. We'll be able to grab this. I slowed the game down like way too much this year. We're about to hit our 50th year, guys. 50 years since the beginning of the campaign. And that marks us 1/6 of the way through the 300-year war. And I know that might sound like, oh my god, we're going to be ages before the end of this mini-series as I described it. But I think that the later years will start going a lot faster. Oh, okay. So we're receiving a transmission from an independent space station. It's Zurikor. So, all the vanilla races are actually animated and there's lots of cool aliens. We're a business conglomerate operating out of the Beauregard system, specializing in trade, the very building blocks of civilization, as we like to say here at Zurikor. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you're interested in making a good deal. Now.
Construction completed.
Where are you? The Beauregard system? You're not over here, are you? No. Well, let's just click them and hit the go to button. Oh. Oh, they're here. The glint starholds are near them. Oh, they're here. Sorry, they're here, yeah. Oh, they're a little bit threatened here, I think, by these guys. It's funny, because these guys are strong enough probably to defend themselves from these devouring swarms right at the start. And in a weird way, they have protected these guys, just as the curators protected us. Anyway, so another enclave. They're really far away from us. We're not going to be able to get many benefits or talk to them too deeply. We can't protect them as well. If someone does want to go and destroy them once their fleets are strong enough, they will do it. Anyway, we can trade with them. They do not discriminate. And we can buy strategic resources if we want. So we could buy some exotic gases, stuff like that. I guess we'll deal with that later. Don't worry about that just for now, guys. So let's see. This construction ship can finish here. Just blatantly taking all of the choice space. Our governor died at 93. Has just been replaced by this guy, Mikhail. That's not a problem. Now this guy is really struggling with his archaeology. Oh, wow. Right as I said that. Once the surface expedition managed to solve problems with the manufacturing equipment, the nature of the wild magnetic fluctuations started to reveal itself. The raging oceans and rivers of lava down on Korgus.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Oh, my lord. Down on Korgus is in fact not made up by conventional magma. It is molten metal. Metals with this temperature tend to not have particularly strong magnetic properties. And not even the sheer volume of molten metal on Korgus should create electromagnetism of this abundant proportion. So what is causing it? That's a funny typo. They always do typos. Always. And the community always whines to them about it. And they always seem so annoyed when the community whines about typos. Because, you know, they're coders and programmers and they've got bigger fish to fry and, like, the localization text is not interesting to them at all. And then the community sees a typo and freaks out about it. And in the patch notes, they always say, oh, this was a literally game-breaking issue, but we fixed it. There you go, guys. It's like they resent people for being annoyed. But look, it makes you look unprofessional if there's typos. Anyway, keep digging. Go on in. Gotta say, I'm not too into that story there. What is this? Demand vassalization? Oh, we've learned about some new people here. Okay, the Multiriate Systems Commune. And that is a gross-looking dredge right there. But there it is. I bring greetings from presiding speaker Foreman Sergi, the undisputed ruler of the Multiriate Systems Commune. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. So these are materialist egalitarians that are erudite explorers. They value exploration and discovery process above all other things. They will gladly trade for the knowledge they seek, blah, blah, blah. Now, they're a communal parity. This government promotes total equality for all of its citizens, regardless of their jobs or assigned tasks. One life is worth the same as any other. So they have the mining guilds as well. They get a lot more minerals out of their mines. And, oh yeah, there you go. That's the civics. I can see their civics. It's right there, mining guilds. And then the other one's shared burdens. So, these are the dredge. Now, we have been playing a fairly standard economy as humans. But you can basically play space communists, if you like. You can play, you know, everything, all the money goes to state and it's shared out perfectly. You know how we have specialist jobs and rulers and stuff? We're egalitarian, but we're still like a stratified, structured society. These guys do not believe in that whatsoever. And they are actually taking a very special civic here called shared burdens, where the way that their economy is structured is very, very, very different. And you know, that's because that's what the Dredge are all about. So they are a really cool empire that are played very different to many of the others, and it's fully working. It's really cool. Where are they? So they're at this place called the Molodet's Excavation. And wow, their empire is weird as all hell. Why is their capital here? And yet all their other stuff is here. You know what this is, guys? These guys have been attacked. Something has taken their land. They will have had this, all these territories, all these systems, but something's chopped them off, and their capital is now isolated. And now this is all they've got. They've been doing some archaeology. What is this over here? So yeah, all their locations will be like mines and, you know, Kapellenberg and so on. There's a Ratnik here, Ratnik Zardogeny. That's pretty good. Who's a female dredge. Lovely. They're in an asteroid belt, so they get more mining. That's cool. So yeah, they are there to get materials, build robots, do whatever they can. But I don't know whether they're safe. They seem like they're in a weird place. Now, was that the only empire that communicated with us? No, there was this as well, wasn't there? No. This is just the whispers in the ice. Expanding. I swear someone else communicated with us. What's this? What's this great hierarchy? Who are you? The Crusted Shells. Who lives here? Oh, interesting. This is a whole new empire. Human, we're all pieces of puzzle. So this is another alien that through some kind of event or story will have appeared. And maybe this was a primitive empire that has been uplifted. Possibly, yeah, that's probably what happened. Do you know what? The Crate probably found these primitives and uplifted them to the Galactic stage really early. And now here they are, and that's their little planet. Do you know why I know that? It's because this is called the Crusted Shells, which is, I think, a Crate location. Free at last. Yeah, look, do you know what? I think the Crate enslaved these guys. At last, these rebels are free from the tyranny of the occupying power. Really, I think that the Crate tried to enslave them and lost the battle of enslaving them, and now there's a free state there. There's some kind of unknown empire we're in first contact with over here as well. There's so much going on. We've got so many archaeology dig sites to do. Right. And we now know something so far off. So the question is, how did the Dredge find out about us? They must have sent a ship pretty far. It's okay though. All right. More materials. More space. Let's finish collecting what we want. All right, there you go. This science ship is now stuck, sort of. Managed to get through Choyan space before they close their borders to us. By the way, the Choya have found faster than light inhibitors. They've researched those now. We're getting to a stage in the game now where... Let's survey this, whatever this is. I'm guessing there's something dangerous here. Otherwise, they would have taken it. We have to be careful. We are evasive, so we'll just watch and we'll see. Yeah, we're getting to the stage where people's technologies will start getting very different. Interesting. They see no reason to keep their borders closed to us. So they're now on the stage. I mean, good luck against the Crate there, to be honest. I'll deal with the Crate like way down the line if I have to. I mean, I will just bring my fleet to them and destroy them.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
See, this is the thing that Stellaris often goes this way to me, where basically I end up like finding a really good strength and stronghold, and I don't do like lots of little conflicts. I just build up and build up and build up and then smack everyone down, you know, in one big warpath. Which is what I don't like, and we just kind of managed to get a good enough start that this is possible. So yeah, we got improved defense platforms. That's good. Another type of ship here now, cruisers. We haven't even been in a conflict with the other ones. So let's just get better armor for our current ships for now. So the Choya declared the brand arrival. The Dredge opened their borders to me. Thank you very much. Now they're egalitarian. We could maybe start,
Construction completed.
you know, helping the dredge out if we really wanted. We'll see. It looks like the Choi is going for it again now. They are flying there. If I had really, really gunned it, I might have been able to make it. But I don't really care about this archaeological site as much as I care about this planet. The planet is what really matters. Oh, another person died of old age while researching the wormholes. You can pick up that right there, Darren. Actually, let's do it this way. Leaders. No, not leaders. Technology. Man, the misclicks. What I would like is you. Kix the Brilliant. You can do that. Kix is going to be much better at it, right? And we paid good money to get him, so we should do that. As for the ship here that was assisting research, well, our new hire, Darren, you can do that. So you notice there, by the way, I kind of just teleported a scientist from Earth all the way across the galaxy into a science ship in a remote area. That's kind of like a weird thing that is possible if you're super obsessed with efficiency and micromanagement that you can do. I try not to game the system too much like that, but yeah, you can essentially teleport individual leaders around. You can do it with admirals too, and generals. Because the Paradox never added like proper civilian vessels that will actually take the leaders around or whatever. I mean, admirals will be in fleets, and generals will be in fleets, and scientists will be, but governors can just teleport around planets, and you know, if you just reassign a leader, they'll just swap to another ship, you know, really far off. Anyway, so again, another thing for diplomacy. Let's go for open markets first. Empire trade value is increased by 10%. For trade to truly flourish within our borders, government meddling in our internal markets must be kept to a minimum. So we'll grab that. Still got a bit of a consumer goods issue, but I don't think it should be a big deal. We've actually got quite a few issues now. Okay, hold on. I think the archaeology project is finished. Yeah, here you go. For science. Once the sensors had been recalibrated to compensate for the interference, a new discovery was made, an abandoned research station located on a nearby moon. Fragments of data were salvaged from the almost entirely burned out records, detailing an experiment involving a giant artificial magnet down on the planet's surface. The experiment was a bit too successful. It turned the entire planet's metal crust into molten pools, and the electromagnetic charge was so intense it fried the research station in one instance. Well, no progress without sacrifice. So we get a new research from this. Nano-separators. I have no idea what that will do for us. Let's have a look. Got a cool icon. It's a tier 2 tech, apparently. Nano-separators are a revolutionary new step in the creation of alloys, simplifying the casting process while improving overall production quality. Alloy nanoplants. So I think this will upgrade our alloy foundries to a new tier. It'll be tier 2. And as you can see here, there's 8 jobs in just one building there. 8 of them. So this is where we need to start putting people in cities so that they have somewhere to live and they will all go to this one building en masse. So from one bit, yeah, this just looks really good, but pretty much. I guess I'll leave it since it's going to be there forever. I'll leave it for now, and I'll grab it at a later date. We'll see about that. Now, this construction ship can build that. This science ship has... Is there any more archaeology to do? I don't think so. I don't see... Oh, no, there is. There is. All the way over here, there was some archaeology ages ago. Oh, yeah, this was the first archaeological site we found. You excavate this. Remember this? The remnants of what was believed to be an ancient administrative complex belonging to a spacefaring species who called themselves the Gruner. Do you remember this? Let's go there. That one's not too bad. Let's head on all the way over there. I mean, he's got a long trip. But that's what I'm talking about. What I could do is I could rebuild the science station, science ship here. You know, maybe turn this anchorage into a shipyard. And then... teleport him over. You could do that. Speaking of which, the anchorage is built now, so we can come back to our shipyard and we can make some destroyers. Now, these are auto-designed. They're pretty good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. And then we should be at 48 out of 48. I think that should be the way that works. The 2 uninhabitable planets. I just want this. I just want to occupy this. There's so much that we're talking about. I mean, we're going to slow down in a second here because... Oh, what is this? We found a new alien? I think it finally happened. We found some space critters. Oh my god. I know where we are as well. This is up near the Jotuns territory. They never attacked them. They refused to attack them. See, do you see how these guys are just here? They're 560 strength. They're not that bad. They're pretty early game. We could have... These guys used to roam around, always. And now they just tend to sit in one system and not do anything. And even worse, I think a lot of the AI doesn't choose to fight them out of their systems. These are really cool. These are space amoebas, but we don't know that yet. We've got to research them first. It would only take 4 months. It's barely any society research to do at all. So we will deal with that, and we'll learn a little bit about them. There's some cool texts and things you can get from those little creatures. They're awesome. Yeah, and we're over... Oh, and do you know what? It's not that we're actually there. It's that our science ship is nearby, and our scanners are so good because of the Ascension perk that we found them. Cool. All right, guys, so next time we will finish claiming all of our space and see whether the Choya take that or not. We'll probably open communications with a few more people. I am worried about Zaitan. The destroyers. The destroyers tend to do best. The Mordrum. And they all have special names and interesting things for you to see. And some of these other 30 empires. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we got some planetary issues as well we'll sort out next time. And then I'm going to attack the brand, probably. Maybe even very next episode. We will see if we can just delete these guys off the planet. Fully federate with these guys. In fact, they'll be at peace now, won't they? Oh, they're so close to being at peace. And more big plots coming up. See you guys on the next one.